A Hong Kong-based swimmer will attempt to swim 35 kilometers from Hong Kong to Macau later this month. The initiative is aimed at raising awareness and funds for non-profit organization Ocean Recovery Alliance. Their aim is to help clean the ocean.
Simon Holliday is an open-water swimmer from the United Kingdom. He has completed the English Channel on the 12th of August 2011. On the 24th of May, he's going to swim from Hong Kong to Macau.
Why is it that you decided to swim from Hong Kong all the way to Macau?
I think there are three reasons really. The first one is that it's a big challenge. It's only been done once before back in 2005, and it's 35 kilometres. Will take me between 10 and 14 hours. Second reason is that there's I might be able to break the record. The record was 10.5 hours beforehand, so hopefully I can get inside that. And then third, and most importantly, it's to raise awareness of plastic and rubbish in the ocean.
As a swimmer, what are the challenges you think you're going to face swimming from Hong Kong to Macau?
I think there are a lot of challenges. I mean, there's sea life, particularly jellyfish. I've been stung quite a few times in Hong Kong training for this, so I know there are a lot of jellyfish around, and then sharks, I suppose, although I don't think there are that many. And then there's traffic. I mean, it's we have to cross the ferry lane at some point, so we have to make sure that we cross that safely, and there are a number of ferries that run to and from Macau, so that's really a big issue. And then probably the biggest is the conditions on the day. It can be the difference between a 10-hour and a 15-hour swim.
So are you looking forward to this? Are you very hopeful that everything is just going to be fine?
I'm terrified. But I have trust in the team that is helping me get across. I know that I just have to get my head down and swim and try and not think about all the things that could go wrong. But I think it's always there are some risks that need to be mitigated with anything that you do the first, or in this case the second time that it's been crossed. But we've got a really good team here, so I expect us to overcome that and to get to Macau at some point. I'm not quite sure what time, but we will be there at some point.
Mr. Holliday's attempt to swim from Hong Kong to Macau is part of a fundraiser for the Great Art Project on behalf of Ocean Recovery Alliance, a registered non-profit organization in Hong Kong and California.
Why this event? Why Hong Kong to Macau? Why bring it back since they've had it before?
Well, I think it's before it was kind of done as a swim, just as a challenge, probably for someone who wanted to swim across, but there wasn't a lot of awareness given to an environmental reason, and Simon knows what we're trying to do with water quality in this area, not just in Hong Kong, but around the world. And by swimming, it's a really good way to show that people are using the water and bringing awareness to everything from here to the other side. Once we get people aware and thinking about what we're trying to do to put these little plaques on the side of storm drains, it's a really, I think, clever and interesting program, because it kind of brightens up someone's day when they're walking along the street and they see some color and they look down. Well, what is that for? And they say, oh, it reminds them not to dump in the drain, because the drain goes to the ocean. And a lot of people don't make that connection, so it's a good chance to start it here, and we hope it will expand into other parts of Hong Kong, and then even Macau, maybe China, maybe other countries, because it's really something that can be easily replicated.
And imagine for the more stubborn people, what do you think that would be able to help? What else could we do to help improve the waters?
Well, I mean, I think we need, in Hong Kong, there's fines for littering. A lot of cities have that, and that is an effective way. It's just like, if the fine is high enough, your fear factor of getting that fine is enough to deter you from making a mistake and doing the littering. So if the fine is not high enough, or if it's not being enforced, then people don't feel that they're going to get caught, and they still will throw stuff on the ground. Education is a great thing, because when a little child walks up to you and says, "Hey, you shouldn't be throwing that in there because it affects the fish or the turtle," you know, that's a strong point. And if we have these little plaques on the ground, the children can learn when they're walking along the street what those mean and then what the connection is, and they can then be an ambassador to tell other people, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that."